All right, let's bring in Yvonne Schalle now for a look at that weather forecast. It's been a lot of heat lately, but maybe a little cooling down now, Yvonne.
Yeah, and in the long-range forecast, so we're even looking at the return for some wet weather. I'll get to that in just a moment, but hot today, not nearly as hot. Temperatures in the interior topping out into the low 30s for many areas. Lytton today up to 30 degrees. And for us, we did see a range in temperatures, but when you factor in the humidex, it was still feeling hotter. We do have some active weather this evening. All the following areas underneath the orange, severe thunderstorm watch. The warning that is in effect, it extends in towards Grand Forks and the cusp. In the following areas, we could see intense downpours, hail, as well as very heavy rain within the next little while. We're also tracking it in towards the northeastern corners of the province. Severe thunderstorm watch extends in towards Fort St. John, all the way in towards Fort Nelson and Muncho Lake, and the severe thunderstorm watch for areas towards the south. So this will dissipate as we get in towards the later evening hours, but then some instability is going to pick up once again for tomorrow. We do still have an excessive heat warning that is in effect for the northeastern corners, and with it, it's the combined temperatures today up to 30. We're still seeing overnight lows down to 14 degrees, and then that should start to ease off and back off for the latter half or as we get in towards our long weekend forecast. If you do have respiratory issues, we've got a smoky skies bulletin for the northeastern corners, Fort Nelson included within that, areas in towards the Caribou and extending down and towards the Fraser Valley, also seeing that over the next 24 and 48 hours. Active weather will pick up once again for tomorrow. Most areas across the central interior could become severe and extending in towards the southeastern corners. So we're not out of the clear just yet. And a reminder, many areas sitting at high to extreme for a fire danger rating. Along the coast tomorrow, breaks on the way for the afternoon. 18 will be the high. We'll see temperatures still into the upper 20s, low 30s for the southern interior. That risk of thunderstorms and more rain in the forecast for the Columbia and Kootenay region. For us across the south coast, we are going to be into a mainly sunny sky. Temperatures for tomorrow away from the water, 26 with the humidex, feels like 29. And so if the long-range forecast Tuesday, Wednesday change on the way after the long weekend, the chance for some showers. Back to you.
All right, thanks, Yvonne. Take a look at what we might see in the first part of August. Meteorologist Yvonne Schalle is here. Yvonne.
Yeah, so it's going to be a dry and warm start for us, and also the start of our long weekend. Temperatures are going to be into the low 20s away from the water when you factor in the humidex, and a few spots in towards the interior, pushing closer to 30 degrees. So our long-range forecast, hot and dry for the start of August. This will take us in towards our Monday. There is a bit of a blip in the forecast. A change will be on the way. Cooler temperatures and the chance for some showers likely Tuesday through Thursday. It'll be brief, however, and the looks to rebound once again, and temperatures are warming up in the long-range forecast, but we do have some cooler temperatures and the chance for some showers. Did want to highlight at this hour, though, we do have a severe thunderstorm warning. That's just near Peachland. We're seeing a cluster of thunderstorms. We could see very strong wind gusts, intense rain, and we're also looking at the potential for large hail across the region. It also extends in towards the South Thompson. We're noticing we've also got a severe thunderstorm warning, in towards the northeastern corners, Fort St. John and Fort Nelson included within that. I'll have more on the severe thunderstorm warning and watches that are in effect, and more on your long-range forecast coming up shortly. Soph?
All right, thanks, Yvonne. All right, Yvonne Schalle is back with a look at our forecast. Thunderstorm concerns, Yvonne.
Yeah, they're rolling through the interior, Soph, especially for the southern half areas near the Okanagan. I'll have that in just a moment. Temperatures today, hot and dry once again. Soyuz, one of the hot spots at 33.9. Lillooet also not nearly as hot as those temperatures that we've been seeing over the past few days, where we're pushing closer to 40 degrees. A few other spots across the province, with Kelowna topping out at 30 degrees, Merritt 32, areas near Quesnel 27, and areas hot for the northeastern corners, with the Peace getting closer to 30 degrees. There's that line of thunderstorms. It's a cluster. Any of the areas underneath the warning that extends also in towards the Thompson region, we could see very heavy rain, strong wind gusts, and any pea-size to dime-size hail across those regions. And all areas that are in orange or underneath a severe thunderstorm watch, they could become severe. And the active weather also extends in towards the northeastern corners of the province. Severe thunderstorm watch still in effect for Fort Nelson, extending in towards Fort St. John. We'll be watching this very closely in the coming hours, and we're also going to see some instability pick up once again for tomorrow, so we're not out of the clear. Excessive heat warning still remains in effect, with the combined temperatures today into the 30s, overnight lows down to 14 degrees. This will likely be lifted as we get in towards tomorrow, but still warm this evening. If you have any respiratory issues, a smoky skies bulletin for the northeastern corners near Fort Nelson, the Caribou, and down in towards the Fraser Canyon, impacted by smoke over the next 24 in up to 48 hours. Risk of thunderstorms and wet conditions for the northeastern corners. The Peace will be included within that tomorrow. Much of the southern half will still see those temperatures climbing. Wetter weather, though, for the Columbia and Kootenay region. Risk of thunderstorms will also include Whistler up to 27 degrees and a range in temperatures. If you're by the water, it's a few degrees cooler across the island. For us, though, it still warms up. Start of our long weekend away from the water, 26. It's dry for all 3 days, and then that change on the way for Tuesday, Wednesday with cooler temperatures and highs into the low 20s. Tonight's Cloverdale Paint weather window, beautiful shot. This one was captured by Talia. A little bit of everything so for rainbow, some lightning, and even a Canada flag as well. Back to you.
That's an amazing picture. Thank you very much, Yvonne. Okay, if you haven't already figured out what you're having for dinner tonight, this might sway you.
We're hungry now.
Yeah. Well, this is about Colonel Sanders, of course. Colonel Sanders, yes. Started Kentucky Fried Chicken. And if you didn't know that already, I mean, he's the guy with the face on the bucket. But anyway, this is about his obsession to get everything exactly right. This is what this commercial's about. Here we go.
Story goes that after searching for years, it was a fever dream and a chicken that finally led Colonel Sanders to the 11th herb and spice. He knew his chicken would be famous if he could perfect frying it in hot oil under intense pressure, which is as dangerous as it sounds.
It's working.
No, it wasn't. But the man was stubborn.
I really thought it would explode.
And soon he was serving his chicken around the country.
Congratulations, Colonel. Well done.
If anyone tried to copy his recipe,
You cannot trademark flavor.
he served them his fist. And if the gravy wasn't made to his standard, he fought that too.
I'll get the mop.
Sure, this may all seem a little obsessive, but the Colonel lived so we could chicken.
Classic.
I love that. So we could chicken. Okay. This one's from Carlton. Oh, and of course, recently Hulk Hogan passed away. So I remember this old Super Bowl commercial he was involved in. So I've put that in this little section as well.
Recognize this face? I've been in more beer ads than anyone else, and all I'm told to do is smile, sip, and laugh a bit. 0.0% alcohol. This changes everything.
I can swim. I can upgrade heavy machinery. I can actually drive. Onward, beer drinkers.
Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero.
Okay.
What?
The 80s called. They want their store back.
It's time for a new Radio Shack. Come see what's possible when we do things together.
That was such a big store in the 80s.
Mary Lou, yeah, the Radio Shack, yes. Okay, so I know Discovery Channel always runs Shark Week all around the world. I mean, is there really that many shark stories you can run a week every year? But here's one, a commercial for it from the UK, and avocados from Mexico.
Oh,
Just for you.
We're extra hungry now.
Discovery Shark Week starts Sunday, 23rd of July, only on Discovery and on demand.
Behold the bounty of Earth. This is the cube of Rubik. This simple puzzle was actually considered unsolvable by the humans.
Do they not have brains?
Simple ones. Now, this was apparently a 21st century torture device.
How long would they keep them strapped in there?
Sometimes hours at a time. Pretty gruesome. And over here we have their alphabet. It was called emoji. Few symbols could express the vast extent of their emotion. They had chia pets, just like we do. And this is the white and gold dress that caused the Civil War. This is Scott Baio. But most amazing of all are the avocados from Mexico. They're always in season, so you can enjoy them all year long. Anybody want to feed Scott Baio? It's included in the price of admission. No?
I mean, he double dipped. He'll regenerate.
No, he won't. He was a quad mogurt.
Avocados from Mexico.
Avocados from Mexico.
There you go.
That did not disappoint.
So we started with, chicken, and we ended with avocado.
Yeah, and a seal in there too.
And yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Chicken, fried chicken, and guacamole for dinner tonight, I think.
Yeah.
Is what to go for.
Yeah, and watch some Shark Week soon.
Exactly. Listen to some seal.
Yeah.
All right, that's all the time we have tonight. Have a happy long weekend, everyone. Night all.